Hey guys, so I've gotten a couple of questions about how to make your blog post pinnable, how to put your pin image inside a blog post, and related questions. So I want to just take a quick video for you here and share with you how I have been doing this and some other ways that you can do it. Now, there are different plugins you can use to do this. And I know one really popular one is Tasty Pins. I don't know exactly what it does. I have never used it. So I am not your resource for Tasty Pins, but I know that that is a really popular one that people seem to like. So, you can find another video on Tasty Pins if you want to look into that one. But I'm going to tell you how I've been doing it. So I actually have not, I don't think I have ever put the actual pin image in a blog post. Maybe I have once or twice, but I don't think so. It's definitely not widespread practice for me. It's not part of my blogging checklist. Now, that does not mean that you shouldn't do it, by the way. I think it's a great idea. I'm not really sure why I've never done it, to be honest with you. As I started thinking through this, I was like, why haven't I done that? I don't know. It's a couple of extra steps. That's probably why I'm kind of lazy. I don't know, but I may start doing it. So we'll see. But here is what I do. So far, what I have is I have this plugin. So this is my WordPress site. I've got my plugin, which is called Hubbub. This used to be called Grow Social by Mediavine. So you may have heard of it by that name, but now it is called Hubbub. So what happens is once you install this plugin, at the bottom of every blog post, you're going to have this social section. And the cool thing is it's not just Pinterest. It's Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter or X. And so what you'll do is I go over to Canva. When I'm done with my blog post, I'll go to Canva. I go ahead and create an image for Facebook, and I create my Pinterest image, my initial Pinterest image. And these are the ones that are going to be tied to this blog post. And I will upload them over here. When there's no picture here, there's like a little upload button. So you just upload them over. And then you get to fill out all of this information. So you tell it what you want your Pinterest title to be. You tell it what you want your pin description to be. And then same thing with the other platforms. You can put all that in there. And then what it looks like. Oh, another thing. Pinterest hidden images. Okay. So you have seen before when you go to pin something and sometimes it'll just give you one image. There's just one default image. That's actually how I do it personally. Again, because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to sit and create 100 different pin images. And frankly, for me as a pinner, as a user and a reader of a blog post, I identify the pin with the blog post cover image. So when I am creating a blog post, I choose my cover image, and then I use that same image to create my Facebook image and my initial Pinterest image. And that's the only image that I attach to this blog post. But sometimes if you go to pin something, you'll get a little window pop up and it's got a bunch of different images. If you like that, great, that's fine. Totally doable. In that case, you can add other images down here, okay? If you want other pin images, or maybe you want to test different ones or something like that. But that is how you can do that. Okay, so once you put this in, what it looks like on the post itself is this right here. It is always at the top of the blog post. It does not scroll down as you're scrolling, and it looks the same on mobile. It's just at the top, okay? So basically, if my reader comes over and they're reading this and they're like, oh, I really like this, I'd like to pin it, save it for later, they can just click this little pin icon and it's going to open up their Pinterest account, whichever one they're logged into. I'm in my business account right now, so that's the one it's going to open. And then they just, pick whichever board they want, and you can just save it right there, and it saves. And see what I mean? It just defaulted to that image. It will actually do the full size image. It won't just do this little square like it's showing here. I don't really know why it only shows a square. That's weird, but okay. So that is what that looks like. That's what Hubbub will do for you. All right. So let's say instead that you want something more like this in the middle of your blog post or at the end of your blog post. Okay. Also very easy. If you go over to Pinterest, so what you're going to do, whoops, I already had that open. Sorry about that. Let me just click out. Okay. So what you're going to do is you create your blog post, you publish your blog post. You go to Pinterest, you create your pin, you pin it. Okay, it's got to be, everything has to be live before you can do this next step. So then once you have pinned that blog post, then you're going to go find it on Pinterest. You go to these 3 little buttons and you say get pin embed code. And this is what will pop up. Now I tried the small and medium. It's really small. I wouldn't use that. So the one that I just did was the large, and extra large would probably be great too. In fact, I would probably just go with extra large. But this is what that will do. It gives you an embed code. You go to your blog post, you just embed it in like HTML, and it will show it to you just like this. And then when they hover over it, obviously they can just save it, or they can just click on it if they're on mobile. And that's what that looks like. Okay. So those are 2 easy ways that you can do it. I'm actually kind of loving this. So I'm probably going to add this to my own blog posts for the future. Again, I'm not really sure why I never did. No good reason for that. Other than, again, it's a couple of extra steps. So that's probably why I never did it. And then also, just a side note, when you go to your Pinterest analytics and you're looking at your pins and you see your pin and other pins or others' pins, this is where those come from. Okay, this is when somebody is pinning directly from your blog post. So whether it's from here or the little hubbub pin option at the top, that is what that is. Okay, so just a little side note there. All right, that's all I got for you today. Quick and easy. You can obviously check out safety pins. Lord help me. Tasty pins. And you may like that one better. Like I said, I don't know anything about that one because I just haven't used it. So this has always worked for me. And if you have other ones that you love, tell me in the comments. Tell us all. We'd like to know what you're using, what you love about it, all of that. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want more tips like this, please subscribe. Helps me a ton. All right, you guys. See you next time. Happy pinning. Bye-bye.